Gotta do an update video for you. Got a lot of good things, some nice young show animals I want to show you all that's been doing really well out there while we've been showing this spring. We'll get to those and a few of the big wins some of them's had, and getting ready for nationals next month. But what I want to talk about first at the beginning of the video is about nest box eye. Nest box eye has been kind of plaguing me a little bit this season, this winter. About 1 or 2 babies out of every litter I've had so far have had nest box eye. I have had litters that haven't had any, but most of them I've had some, and those end up becoming butcher babies or not surviving at all. What nest box eye is it's basically when their eyes are matted and they can't open them, and sometimes you can keep up with it really well and keep opening it and keep helping them. But what causes it, or one of the causes of it, that I believe I'm going to try to fix, and it's at the end of winter now, so it's kind of late to figure that out. But hopefully for next winter I'll do better, and I got a couple litters now that I'm working on too. But first thing I did, instead of pine shavings, let me show you these. These are just pine shavings in the bottom of the box. Okay, if you look at this, and you can see that dust on my fingers there, lots of that little particle dust. I use pine shavings in the bottom of the nest boxes. I switched to aspen, which is a hardwood instead of a softwood, and you can see here this stuff has very little shavings. Some of that's still from the other one, the fine stuff. It's a little more expensive for the amount you get. I think it's a 4 cubic foot uncompressed. You get that at Tractor Supply versus getting your pine shavings like them, which are about 9 cubic foot uncompressed, and this is like $6.50 a bag. This is about $5.50 a bag, so it's about twice as much. But I think it's worth it. It smells good too. That's one thing. But nest box eye comes from when it's cold outside and the babies are in their little hole and it's cold, they burrow down. They keep burrowing and burrowing to try to stay warm. Well, that's where all their urine and feces is. Well, they rub their eyes in that. They get down in that, and it gets in their eyes and causes an infection in their eye. And basically that's what happens. You all get the point. So something I've been reading on the national site, and one of the posts there was about put in my shavings. So I put in my aspen shavings. Then I put a little subfloor in here, like this, cut to the box, like that. So the shavings are under there, about 1 inch, and then the subfloor on top of those aspen shavings. What that does is and then put your aspen shavings on there, and then your hay or straw or whatever you use. And what that does is those shavings at the bottom, the babies can't burrow past this. They will stop, and that stuff will hold in the urine and some of the feces and stuff. It won't be as wet and nasty on them because it'll soak under. That, in theory, that's what you hope for, because that's the hole they build. And then I can put in my wood inserts that I use, just built out of 1x4 as I showed before, and drop them in there for the winter time. I don't really need that in the summer, but for winter, you know, that pockets here, it keeps the babies off the metal of my metal nest boxes. So hopefully that'll alleviate a lot of my problems next winter. This winter I had more problems, mostly because I had a lot more babies. But we'll see if that helps. A lot of people say it does, so we shall see.